I had 4 friends who were out driving one evening. The driver actually had a few drinks before he got behind the wheel of the car. He had an accident that evening, and 3 of my friends died that night. And it was about 2 months before graduation, so that's about right. It was right about this time of year. And certainly for me, that changed the whole rest of my senior year.
Focus in on what's going on here today. You have to make decisions, make the right decisions. And if you're going to drink, make that decision beforehand to make sure that you're not going to get behind the wheel of a car. You have to plan ahead. You have to have a designated driver or alternate transportation planned out before you go out. Because after you have a drink, you begin making bad decisions and unwise decisions. Please pay very close attention today. We thank the student volunteers that are involved here to put on a demonstration that will shock you, hopefully, into making the right decision, something you should think about, again, before you go out and as you get older, before you drink. Make plans. Do not drink and drive. If you don't care about your own life, care about the innocent victim.
Massapequa Fire Department on the air with a rescue call for an auto accident in front of Massapequa High School, 4925 Merrick Road. That's Allen Drive East to Cartwright Boulevard. Ambulance squad to respond. Type 4 Chief, you're on scene. Go ahead, Command.
Confirm and multiple aided. The squad forthwith, squad A forthwith, and squad out.
Shannon? Where is he? Was he drinking? There he is! Why is he in cuffs? You killed my daughter! What did you do? You killed her! I'm gonna kill you!
We never get to see what happens in an accident scene like this unless we're actually involved in one. We hope that this demonstration shows you what an accident should look like and encourages you not to drink and drive. Each year, over 3,000 teens die from poor situations like this. We hope that today you make the decision never to drink and drive.
The driver, Joe, told the officer that he had had 4 vodkas before he got behind the wheel of the car. I want you to think about the number of people who needed to be deployed in order to extricate everyone from the accident. I want you to think about the family lives who were disrupted as a result of this. A mother had to say goodbye to her daughter. And while I asked Nicole if she wanted to say a few words, she's a little bit overcome with all of this, and she did a phenomenal job acting as the mom. But we don't want, yes, absolutely. We do not want any of you to be a classmate, a personal friend, a participant in a drunk driving accident. Please, as Mr. Mangano had said at the beginning of this presentation, make a plan if you are going to have something to drink. Keep in mind that you are underage, so you shouldn't be having something to drink. And please, 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 do not get behind the wheel if you've had something. Do not get in the car with someone who has had something. And please be safe. You are Massapequa High School class of 2013 and class of 2014, and I want the pleasure of shaking every one of your hands at graduation. Thank you for your attention today.
It's something that I think will only hit home to people my age when it's shown to them how upsetting it is and how serious it is, what their actions can cause, how it's a lifetime of pain for a mother, for a sister, for a husband. It's just, they don't realize that what they do one night affects someone else's entire life.
It feels great helping everyone realize what a tragedy happens when someone makes the fatal choice to drink and then go behind the wheel of a car.
Well, the Massapequa Fire Department has been the pioneer in this. It's one of the best presentations to be graphic enough for people to understand that, yeah, this really does happen.
And I want to thank the county executive for just coming out here and showing how, taking the opportunity that this, how important this was. And my whole message is it gets out to the county and gets out to other school districts to do this thing, because this is really, you're showing an accident right from the beginning. You're showing the students what they're going to look like when they come out of a car, how they're going to have to be packaged and have to be mobilized, okay, and to get the traumatic of that. Seeing a fatality on the street is emotional. But you have to give credit to our junior fire department and stuff like that, because we put live people into these cars and we cut them out using equipment that is dangerous. And to put this together is stuff that takes a lot of planning. It took a lot of coordination from the school districts and the fire department in itself to put this together. But you know what? If we saved one life, if we made one person think about, you know what, I'm not getting in the car with him. I don't like the way he looks.
You know what, if you do make a choice, because you can't say please don't drink, or you can't assume that no underage students are going to drink. But when they do, what's your next step? Do you have a plan in mind? It's something that I drive home with the parents when I have our mandatory prom meetings, and I tell them, make a plan with your kids so that if they can call you in the middle of the night, that they can say, Mom, Dad, please come pick me up. And it'll be no questions asked, at least not that night, so that they're not fearful of being in trouble because they don't want to get in the car, because they'll take risks that they don't need to take. And so if they can do that, yeah, we'll have conversations the following day about who you hang out with, those kinds of things, but they have to at least feel safe in coming up with an alternative if they get into a position where, you know what, I could be risking my life.